All right, next up, we're going to do some scrambled eggs. So we need a little bit of butter for our frying pan. We're going to need some eggs, so I've already cracked one into a bowl here, a whisk, and some seasoning like salt and pepper or whatever you like. If you like your scrambled eggs a little creamier, you can even add a tablespoon or two of milk into your eggs. We're just going to do one egg for this example, but you can use as many eggs as you like for scrambled eggs. So take your egg, take some of your seasoning, sprinkle just a little bit on there. It's got some pepper, some salt. I want to make sure we take it easy on the salt. Don't want to add too much sodium to our diet. You're going to take your whisk and just whisk up your egg. Make sure everything is nice and blended together. Just like that. All right, so we've melted our butter in the frying pan. It's nice and hot. You can kind of feel the heat coming off the pan. It's on medium heat. So you're going to take your eggs and you're just going to dump them right in there. Use a spatula to get them out. Once the eggs are in there, you're going to turn your heat down to low or about medium low. And as the eggs are cooking, you're just going to start moving it around. Kind of breaking up those pieces. And you're going to cook your eggs until there's no more liquid. So there's a little bit of a liquidy spot there still. Just keep moving your eggs around. And that quickly, your scrambled eggs are all done. So we're going to turn off our heat. And these are our beautiful scrambled eggs. And again, you can eat these plain or put them on toast, whatever you like. And that's scrambled eggs. All right, next we're going to make an omelet. So an omelet is basically just mixed up egg with some sort of toppings. So today I'm going to use some cheese, so I've already pre-grated that, and a pepper. So I'm going to show you a little bit of knife skills. So I'm going to show you how to cut a red pepper. So we're not going to need very much. So to cut a red pepper, I usually like to just cut the top. So you're going to cut out that green stem, just like that, and then cut down the side of the pepper. So now we're going to have two halves, and the middle is already cut out. So the insides of the pepper, they're going to have some seeds and some kind of white bits. So those white bits you can trim off. They're not bad, they just taste a little bit more bitter than the rest of the pepper. And try to get those seeds out. So we're just going to cut a few little strips. Just like that. And that's all we're going to need for today. You can take your pepper and we're going to cut it into small pieces for our omelet. We don't want them to be too big. Just chop into some small pieces. Hold on to the pepper with one hand. Use your knife hand with the other. Gently drag it across. Get some nice small pieces of pepper. All right, excellent. So now that our pepper is ready to go, we're going to take our egg and we're going to prepare that. So we're going to crack it into a bowl. So we're going to season that with just a little bit of pepper and again some salt. And as I said before, you can add whatever seasonings you like. And again, we're going to use our whisk, just like for our scrambled eggs. Going to whisk it up until the yolk and the white are fully combined. We don't want any separate bits. And once we have everything ready to go, we're going to move over to the oven and we're going to start frying it in the frying pan. Alright, so because I chose pepper for one of my toppings, I want it to be a little bit cooked before I make the omelet. So when you cook an omelet, most of your ingredients do not have time to cook, because usually you're going to cook the egg and put your fillings on top. So with my pepper, I'm going to add it to my pan that I've already melted some butter over medium heat. And we're going to fry up the peppers a little bit first before we add our eggs. So when it comes to toppings for your omelet or fillings, the opportunities are basically endless. So you can add whatever you want. However, you need to be a little bit picky. Things like tomatoes that have a lot of water in them don't do so well in omelets because it just makes your omelet really watery. But cheese, like I have, peppers, onions, mushrooms, things like that can be great things to put in your omelet. So we're nicely just frying up our peppers just a little bit. Peppers can be eaten raw, so they don't even need to be cooked too much. So I'm going to add them, push them into the middle there, and I'm going to get my egg that I've whisked, and I added just a teaspoon of water to this just to make it a little bit more runny, makes it a little bit fluffier for the omelet. I'm going to take my egg and I'm going to pour it right on top. Try to get the peppers covered in eggs there. And we're going to let this cook. And as it starts to cook, you're going to push the cooked bits to the middle, move your pan around so that the empty spots fill with uncooked egg. Push to the middle. Move that uncooked egg. So my frying pan is a little bit big for just one egg. Normally you want it to kind of fill the whole frying pan, but that's okay for right now. So keep pushing that egg into the middle as it's cooking. And then you're going to try to flip your omelet kind of in half. Let it cook just a little bit, and this is when you can also add some of your other toppings. So we're going to take some of our cheese, grab a little bit, and just sprinkle that on top. And let the heat from the omelet just melt the egg, or melt the cheese just a little bit. And you can basically just let it sit there until all of your cheese is melted, and then your omelet will be ready to go. So we're getting nice and close. All right, our cheese is mostly melted, so we can turn off the heat, and then you can just slide your omelet onto a plate and it's ready to eat.